Good morning, class. My name is Kristen Howard, and this is my person of interest speech. I decided to do my person of interest speech on the women's soccer player, Brandi Chastain. My specific purpose is to inform my classmates about the life of Brandi Chastain and how she influenced the Women's Soccer League. I'd like to start off with a quote by her. She said, "Well, there are two things. Number one is make sure you always enjoy yourself. Because when you enjoy yourself, you'll learn, you'll want more, and you'll push yourself." If you've ever played soccer or even watched it, you've most likely heard of Brandi Chastain. Brandi played for the United States women's soccer team as well as the Women's Professional Soccer League. If you've never heard of Brandi, I really encourage you to do your own research about her and inform yourself of all the good things she's done for women's soccer and soccer in general. As a previous and current soccer player, Brandi Chastain is one of my favorite players to ever watch for the United States women's team. Her skill and heart for the game really set her apart from any other performer on the field, especially within the current players now. I'd like to tell you about Brandi's life to get started at a young age of playing soccer and the impact that she had on soccer until her time of retirement. My first main point is how Brandi started to play soccer and what led her to success. A little background about Brandi is that she was born July 21st, 1968 in San Jose, California. She attended Mitty High School, where she led them to win 3 consecutive championships. Brandi went on to play for freshman year, where she received the Freshman of the Year award at the University of California, Berkeley. Brandi then transferred to Santa Clara University in 1989 and was named first team All-Far West. And that following year, she made first team All-West in the nation. So that's pretty cool. Brandi would go on to graduate with a degree in television and communications, which she uses today. She does a lot of game announcements and hosts for ESPN, so it's pretty cool. In her career, Brandi made her professional debut on the U.S. national team in 1988 against Japan. Brandi would go on to play her first World Cup in 1991. After being cut from the 1995 World Cup, Brandi trained harder and even switched her positions from striker to defender, and she would go on to help the U.S. Women's Olympic team win their first gold medal in Atlanta in 1996 for the soccer team. It is very apparent that Brandi Chastain was making a name for herself already, but this was only the beginning for her, and she wouldn't stop there. In 1999, World Cup champions. Brandi would be known as a hero at the end of the 1999 World Cup. Unfortunately, in the quarterfinals, they were playing Germany, and she actually scored an own goal in the USA's own net. But that didn't get Brandi down. She helped the team move to the finals to play China, and this game would come down to penalty kicks. And I don't know if you're familiar with penalty kicks, but each team pretty much gets 5 tries each, and the team with the most goals wins. That's kind of after the game goes into overtime, and this is like the last resort to see who wins. So the shootout was tied 4-4, and Brandi was up next. So if Brandi made this goal, the USA would win the World Cup of 1999. Brandi took a brief pause and used her left foot to plant the ball in the goal past the goalie for China, and this led her team to win the World Cup. That's what really wasn't all she was known for. I don't know if you've seen the picture of her, but I'm going to put it in my outline that after she made this famous shot, she ripped off her jersey after the winning kick, and people were in awe because this was like the first time a female has ever done anything like this. So that pretty much made a name for herself, and that picture will forever go down in history. But I really loved Brandi's response to all of the critics who were really not for the whole taking her jersey off and showing her sports bra. Brandi said, "I don't understand what's wrong with attractive, beautiful things. I don't think about sex when I see a beautifully toned athlete. I think of all the hard work they put into getting that way, and I can appreciate what that's all about." So I thought that was pretty cool. And Brandi's jersey stripping act did not stop her from succeeding. If anything, it motivated her to continue to train and play harder. So I'm going to get into a little bit about her career and retirement. Brandi went on to play for the gold medal USA women's team and later joined the San Jose Cyber Rays, which is pretty cool because that's, about an hour and a half from here. This team was a part of the Women's United Soccer Association, which was fairly new. I think that was one of the first teams. This is where she continued to play until her retirement from the USA team and the Cyber-Rays in 2004. Brandi had a lot of accomplishments, but a couple of these really stood out to me. In 2018, she was inducted into the Bay Area Sports Hall of Fame. So that's a really big accomplishment for a woman in sports. And she also helped USA earn 2 Olympic gold medals, win 2 World Cups, and 1 Olympic silver medal. So, I mean, in conclusion, Brandi had a very memorable and successful soccer career. It is very apparent that Brandi impacted women's soccer and helped it to succeed to what it is today. On that note, I'd like to end with another famous quote from Brandi. She said, "You're going to make mistakes in life. It's what you do after the mistakes that counts." Brandi Chastain. Thank you, everybody.